Hey guys, what's up? So I wanted to go ahead and get my May disappointments finished and filmed because I have to post this in a few days. So some of these products I actually cannot show you because I used them. I was like, they're shitty and they left my collection. And I just wrote them down so that way I would know to talk about it with you guys. So anyways, let's get into it in no particular order. Just the order of things that I wrote down that I knew throughout the month I was going to put in this video because I knew I didn't like them. And the first product is going to be this Clinique antiperspirant deodorant roll-on. I have been using this for a while now. I have to shake it up and I can like hear the liquid in it. I don't like the smell of this. I don't like that it's a roll-on like this. I just don't think that this is a good deodorant. I don't think that it does anything, honestly. So the next product is actually something that I don't have with me because it's in a box over there and I'm not digging through it with Kai being asleep. But anyways, it's the One Size Versatile Turn Up the Base Powder Foundation. I actually had mine in the wrong shade. It was way too dark for me, and I did actually feature this in my last month favorites because it is a really good product, and I do plan to repurchase it in the correct shade. What was disappointing about this product is the fact that I found out this month that it really oxidizes and turns orange, so I'm actually going to go a step down when I get my shade, what I think is my shade, because of that. It's just such a disappointment that it oxidizes the way it does, and that's why I put it in my disappointments because it was really disappointing to find that out. Okay, so if you watch any of my eyeshadow videos, then you know that this is not going to be a surprise to you guys because it's probably should be no surprise that I put this in, just my disappointments all around, and it is the Manny and Morphe Glam Palette. This is actually the palette I'm pretty sure I'm going to declutter in a couple of months from my collection because I always declutter one palette. I think that this is going to be it. I love Manny and I love Marble, which is why I wanted this palette. I wanted to love this palette so much. The packaging is stunning, but I can support Manny by buying his brand, which I actually bought Lunar Beauty for my birthday last month. So I was okay with that. I've just come to the conclusion that I am not a fan of Morphe's formulation. See, their shimmers are okay, that matte is okay, but every matte after this is where you are going to see what I see, and that is, it just has a ton of issues. I don't know if maybe Morphe's mattes, these mattes for some reason have stuck so weird to my lid, my crease, like they just don't want to blend out, and like I have a few videos using this palette where you can actually see it in action sticking to my lid weird, my crease weird. And it's not just this palette, I have other Morphe palettes that do the same thing, so that's how I know it's just Morphe's formula. It just doesn't work with me. I've used multiple different eye primers. My favorite eye primer that I'm using currently is the LA Colors matte finish eye primer, and I love it, and it doesn't even work with this palette. So this Gamenta shade is actually the shade that you can even see how shitty that Gamenta shade is in the swatch. Like, this is Aries. Manny and I are both Aries, and I love duochrome shades like this, but Morgan Turner talked about it in one of her Pat McGrath videos that whenever a brand does a duochrome, they're typically going to go for this green, blue, brown, red shift, and she's right. Literally, I love that shade, and I did not want to get rid of this palette because of that shade, but every brand has that shade, and I'm pretty sure I have it in another palette. If not, I can purchase it probably from an indie brand. There are two highlighters in this palette, Nova and Apollo. So this is Apollo, it's the darker gold. Even the highlighters in here are just very lackluster. And then Nova, which if you don't know, Nova is actually the name of my mother. So I just all around have so many connections to this palette that makes me want to like it, but I just don't. Okay, this next product is another product that should not surprise you guys, and it is the Profusion Cosmetics Desert Sage palette. I hauled this a few months ago. I was really excited to have this palette. It is really pretty and stunning. Like, I was excited to have this palette. I was excited to use it, but I just have not been inspired by it at all. It's just honestly a very mediocre palette. I don't like the color story. The color story is weird. I love Profusion's formulation, usually for their eyeshadows. I have not liked this one. It's a lot of the colors are very, very lackluster. They're repeat shades from palettes that I already own, which really agitates me. Like that pink, I went to use it one day and I was like, where's my bubblegum pink? And then I reached into cotton candy or to bubblegum from Jeffree Star, and I noticed a giant difference. Like, I can look at my eyeshadow right now and tell you I hate it. And these eyeshadows that I used in today's look are probably going to be featured in a future disappointments. This palette, honestly, the color story is just so random. Like, that shimmer like is not good at all. The color story in here is just like not good. It's just like random colors kind of thrown together, honestly. Like, you have so many different color stories. That shimmer was good. So, I mean, like, you do have good colors in this palette, but then you have like the really bad colors. And yes, this is Profusion. It is a affordable brand. This glitter is going to disappoint you if you like glitter. I mean, that one swatched really nice. It swatched nice. It's just like not the kind of glitter formulation I tend to go for. I'm sticking to by the fact that I just don't personally enjoy this palette, and I honestly have not seen any videos about this palette, so it makes me wonder if I'm the only one that even has this palette on YouTube, to be completely honest, because it's just like, it's not a good palette. And I know Profusion Cosmetics, the hype for them has really died down lately because there are so many good and affordable products, and this is just not one of them. I mean, the swatches are kind of nice. I will give it that. It's just I'm not inspired, and every single look that I've went to do with this palette hasn't turned out nice like the swatches are making it out to be. Like, yeah, that's nice, but it's just, I stand by what I say. Next is a product I can't show you because I've already decluttered it, and it is the LA Colors Automatic Eyeliner in white. I love white eyeliner. I'm wearing white eyeliner today, and this one just really disappointed me. It really tugged on my eyes, and I am a person who does not have any issues putting a pencil in my waterline and just drawing on it. I know a lot of people will pull their lines down. I don't have any issue doing it without doing that. I don't pull on my skin. I'm able to just do it like that. So when I have a pencil that really makes me feel like I have to pull on my like skin, you know it's a bad pencil, because typically I can do it without. And I mean, I'm not talking I have to use expensives to do that. I am talking ColourPop, Maybelline eyeliners, Rimmel London eyeliners. Perfect. And if you're curious about the eyeliner I have in my waterline today, it is Urban Decay and Prince's When Doves Cry white eyeliner. Okay, so these next four products are honestly really sad to me because I actually hauled them last month, so I've had a month to use them, and they have just disappointed me so much. And I was really excited about these because ColourPop is my favorite brand, and of course I'm talking about the ColourPop That's Taupe palette. I have the unit carton, but this is what the palette itself looks like. It looks so gorgeous and stunning, and it looks like the kind of colors I would go for on my off day, but honest to God, I have not reached for this palette once on my off day. I don't know what it is about this palette, but it just like does not inspire me. I think it's because like it's cool tone, but like not gorgeous cool tone. Like, this is lackluster, boring cool tones. Like, you can't even really see those first three shades on my skin, and I'm pale. I think that these shimmers are honestly like not the best either. If I remember, yeah, I am remembering correctly. ColourPop has some really good shimmer formulas, and this is just not one of them. This is a more sheer shimmer formula. I prefer a more thicker shimmer formula. I mean, I have a sheer shimmer formula on my lid right now, and you can literally barely see it. Wet n Wild is on my eyes, just so you guys know. And I'm swatching the last row. I do have a 2 looks, 1 palette with this palette coming soon. I was inspired to do a couple different looks with it, but no. I can honestly see myself getting rid of all of these palettes, and it's so sad because I lusted after them and wanted them so hard. So this is the ColourPop Clearly in Love palette. I don't like these extra celestial palettes. I think that the formulation is different on these 9 pans and the other 9 pans. Packaging is different. They're just very light, and you'll see in the swatches this one's chunky, which you will see. I mean, like, they're just so light. And I was so excited about these because I love celestial stuff, I love zodiac things, I love space stuff. If you have a space-themed makeup line, you're getting me. And I mean, pinks are like my thing. I love pinks. They're gorgeous. So I really expected myself to love this palette. There's just not enough. There's 2 mattes, and the sequins, I don't prefer how they look in my crease. Like, that's a full palette. Please let me know, do you think I got duds? Because I actually ended up purchasing the bundle where you got all 3 palettes because it was cheaper and I wanted all 3. So please let me know if you think I got duds, because all 3 of my palettes are like this. Okay, the next one is Clear the Air. I'm gonna just do all of these just so I can make sure I have my video complete. But this is the orangey, warmer toned one. Same issue with this that I had with the pink one. The quality is just not there. Look at how light that is. Like, I don't like pastel palettes. I don't like palettes like this that have just the 2 mattes and everything else is sparkly, because I don't feel like I'm obviously not inspired to use palettes like this. I didn't think going into this that this is what these palettes were, though. I didn't. I knew that they had the Super Shock formula in them, but the Super Shock formula is amazing, and to have a Super Shock palette is awesome when you think about it. But this is not the Super Shock. That's not the Super Shock formula. This last one is called Coast is Clear. It's the purple one. It's the cool tone one, which you think I would want to reach into. No. This is not the Super Shock formulation. Like, that is not a Super Shock shadow. And it's supposed to be. I have 2 looks, 1 palettes with all of these palettes coming soon if you're curious about that. And I just did not like any of the looks I created with any of these palettes. I mean, I created 2 looks with each of these palettes, not to mention other looks. That shimmer, that gray is really pretty. That's probably the saving grace of this palette, is that that one shimmer is actually really pretty, but 1 shimmer out of 3 9 pans? Come on, y'all. ColourPop, do better. And I feel like the 2 mattes are honestly extremely similar in all the palettes. I just do not enjoy any of these palettes, and that is why they are in my disappointments, because these were probably the biggest disappointments of the month for me, because I was so excited to have these and I was so excited to use these, and they were just not what I was expecting. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this month's disappointments. I hate really talking negative, but I really just want to let you guys know about products that I'm trying, that I get rid of and stuff like that I go through. I actually have an empties I'm going to film tomorrow. I think I'm putting my favorites up tomorrow also. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that social media great stuff. And I'm going to end this here. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Kai, are you going to say bye-bye since you just woke up from a nappy?